Hi, we're James Blonde. We're at the Batch House here in Toronto, and this is Beers with Bands.
Hey guys, thanks for joining us.
Thank you for having us.
Why don't you introduce yourself, tell us your role in the band, and what you're drinking today.
My name's Steph. I play guitar and share lead vocals, and I'm drinking the Pale Ale.
My name's Phil. I play drums, and I also sing. And this is the Dark Lager by Creemore.
I'm Neil, playing bass and singing, and drinking Lot 9.
And I'm also enjoying the dark lager. So you guys travel a lot for shows. You guys come from Niagara Falls, so it's not like you're super close to Toronto, but you spend a lot of time in the van traveling around to shows.
Yeah.
What do you do to keep busy in the van on those long rides?
We'll listen to shows sometimes. We listen to The Simpsons.
Well, we
What else do
watch
we-
them too.
Yeah, but sometimes you can just listen and know what's going on. We're that good.
So we have one of those we have one of those caravans, a town and country with DVD players.
License plate is J749.
It basically
A little dent on the back.
Can't miss it.
Yeah. Basically, if you're in the front seat, you can't watch, so you listen.
Yes.
And if you want to watch, you're in the back seat. Sometimes we put a brick on the pedal, and someone steers with a hockey stick from the
Nice.
back.
Mr. Bean style.
Yeah.
But honestly, it's usually sleep, Zelda on his phone, and then driving.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's probably more accurate.
Yeah. And what do you have to bring from home? Like, what can't you leave home without? Like, do you have a pillow? Do you have a lamp that you're particularly attached to?
Steph has a bag. We don't know what's in it. It's a
I have
duffel
my-
bag.
I have my bag of every day. It has like literally everything I ever need, and I won't get into it because it's just far too much. But if it was socially acceptable, I wouldn't have pants, but I have to. So that's the first and foremost. Next.
I mean, I can't leave home without my phone because #millennial, I guess. And Zelda Ocarina of Time is playable via emulator, so that's usually what I end up doing.
I like to bring a pillow and a blanket when I can. Sleep's very important.
Sleep.
He's a
Rest is
cozy
important,
boy.
though.
Yeah.
Rest is health. You know.
Well rested.
It is. It is. So let's take it back to first. Do you remember the first beer or alcoholic beverage you ever had?
Sometime early, my cousin gave me a sip of Budweiser out of like a bottle cap, but I remember hating it. And then my first like real drink, I think was between grade 8, grade 9, was a 40 of Old English, and it was the worst, but it got me drunk.
My first drink, I was like probably 6 or 7, and my Opa, he's German grandpa, gave me his Blue Light to try a taste of, and I hated it. It was disgusting.
No one likes Blue Light.
No. That's always how it starts, though.
Yeah, so that was pretty much my first, my earliest memory of drinking, and yeah, that's all I can remember.
You can stop now. I think mine was also like under the age of 10 somewhere. And I think it was supposed to be like here's a first sip, but they like had to take it away from me, I think. I think it was a blue, Labatt Blue. And I guess I liked it. So.
We've been trying to take him away from him ever since.
Right. That's usually how it happens. So what about currently? What are you currently drinking or enjoying? And it doesn't necessarily have to be alcohol. It could be coffee, kombucha.
What are we currently enjoying?
Yeah, to drink.
Oh, to drink.
Yeah.
Water's been good. No, you don't realize how thirsty you are until you sip it, and then you drink 3 glasses, and it's underrated drink. Yeah.
Yep.
I've been finding
Everyone needs to be hydrated.
And rested.
I've been finding myself really into just coffee. I mean, I can't go a day without having 2 or 3. I mean, I've gone days without coffee, but my days are noticeably brighter with it.
There you go.
And on the subject of beer, I've been really getting into IPAs, which I used to hate IPAs for the longest time, and it's kind of cool how it grows on you. And now it's a whole new flavor palette
Yeah.
that kind of opens up a bunch of new drinks
Yeah.
that I otherwise hated before. So yeah, I've been really into trying IPAs, even all the way to triple bogeys and all that stuff. It's
Yeah.
crazy. So
Yeah.
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 It's a gateway beer.
Yeah. Yes. And what about first concert? What was the first concert you went to?
I think mine was Billy Talent on their second album tour with, I think, Anti-Flag. Yeah. Anti-Flag. Anyway, that was it.
No.
My first one was a band called Les Trois Accords, which is a French rock band. I almost want to call them comedy rock because their lyrics are kind of funny.
Okay.
But it was at a high school, and it was an amazing show. I loved it.
I don't really have any old memories of like big concerts. A lot of them were just like small local band concerts for most of my life. But I think well-in concerts in like old like abandoned houses and stuff. But I think the biggest concert that was one of my first was Reverend Horton Heat, Dropkick Murphys, and the Sex Pistols for some
Wow.
reason. Yeah, all together. It was a crazy show. I think that was early high school. That was such a weird collection, but it worked. It was cool. It was a lot of fun.
Cool. What about the last concert you've been to? What was the last one you went to, aside from your own?
Yeah. I think we went to the Struts at was that Danforth or was that? I think it was Danforth. Yeah, that was really cool. They put on an amazing show. Yeah, it's so cool.
Yeah, I don't remember. I saw Fred Armisen. For
musicians.
Oh
Yeah, it was a comedy for musicians, so I think it kind of counts. But maybe it was Arctic Monkeys on the Tranquility Base tour.
That was what was it? Canandaigua in the U.S.
Yeah.
Canandaigua. I forget how to pronounce that. Yeah, it was a great
Okay.
show.
Yeah, it was great.
Good. Good. So, bear with me on this question because we always get some raised eyebrows. You get to all your taps at home run water, so you're good, except one. So you get to have any liquid on tap. What would you have on tap at home? And it doesn't have to be alcohol. I want a good olive oil on tap at home.
Okay.
What would you have?
Pre-cooked heroin. No, I'm just kidding. I actually don't know. I love water.
2 days.
I love water.
Something that you drink a lot of, maybe, or use a lot of that you just want readily available.
Blue Powerade. Blue Powerade.
Wait. Blue's not a flavor, Neil.
Cool Blue.
Cool. Oh yeah, that's
It's great. Yeah.
Maple syrup, hands down.
Oh, that's good.
I put that shit on everything.
Canadian friend.
I genuinely do. Actually, there's a whiskey infused, it's a whiskey barrel aged maple syrup you can get from Prince Edward County, and I can't remember the name of it, but someone got it for me for Christmas, and it's amazing.
Oh, I can.
I would have a tap of that.
Okay.
Another good one would be Frank's Red Hot Sauce.
Oh,
Be a
I'd
good
tap
one.
that.
Yeah.
Can I make mine peanut butter? Sure. Sweet.
Melted.
Melted.
Just remember, you got to clean these taps.
No. They're self-cleaning.
Okay.
New rule.
In this fantasy world, they're self-cleaning.
Okay. So you guys get to brew your own beer, and you each get to brew one. You get to pick the style that you want to brew, the secret ingredient that's personal to you, and then name it after one of your songs. What are you brewing?
Okay, style, lager, ingredient, beer, and it'll be called. I didn't think that far ahead. Sorry, we have to incorporate a title of our song in the
It's going to be this beer.
Hopeless Drunk Guy.
No, existing song.
What?
One of our songs that exists.
Yeah, Hopeless Romantic. I
Okay.
could do a halfer.
Okay.
Is that okay?
I like
You can do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. I would do a wheat pineapple and call it Golden Vibes.
Oh, good.
That's way better than mine.
I would make mine. It would be a Belgian white.
Okay.
The secret ingredient would be tears.
Okay.
And
Tears of
it would
joy or sadness or regret.
just tears.
Just tears.
Salty tears.
Okay.
And unfiltered salty tears. And it would be called Heartbreak.
Nice.
Oh, so you just have to straight up make it a song title.
That's
I
what
Yeah.
we said.
I thought we had to incorporate it in a
Oh,
clever
that's
way.
also clever though.
Mine wasn't clever at all, though.
No,
that's good.
yeah. No, it's clever thinking though.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, you went
I had the
beyond.
capacity of being clever.
Yeah, but you failed.
Anyway.
So where can everyone find you on all your socials? Same across the board?
We're on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, everything. If you just type in the social medias, we're at James Blonde Band, essentially.
Everywhere.
It's probably easier to say where we could not be found.
We can't be found on TikTok.
Niagara's Most Wanted.
Yeah, we're not on Niagara's Most Wanted yet, or the RCMP offenders list.
We're working on it.
Yeah.
There's always a line.
MySpace, are you guys still
No,
on
we're not on
I don't
MySpace.
think anyone is. They lost all their files.
We're not on Snapchat. Not on TikTok yet, but we're gonna check that out, see what it's all about. But James Blonde Band is always like if you're like Facebook.com/James Blonde Band. Yeah,
Okay.
and blonde is with an E in case you weren't reading the title of the video.
They're probably going to see it right there.
And we will make sure that we post the links to all of their socials in the post below. Make sure you give them a follow. Check them out when they're playing a show near you. Also, give us a follow. Beers Bands on Instagram and Twitter. And cheers, guys.
Cheers.
Bottoms up. Chug, chug, chug.
I'm done already.